God bless you. Let me know where you're watching from. Thanks for tuning in. You may or may not know I've got some really exciting news to share, and I want to share my heart with you. And I'm excited about something that's taking place. I've got some exciting news to share with you, and I've got an exciting opportunity for you. And God is just good. I see Leah Neal saying, "What's good, PT?" Man, everything. God is good. Life is good. I'm just grateful and thankful for so many things. Nashville's in the house. Come on, Colorado. You know, Colorado has a special place in my heart. Come on, just here in LA. Come on, LA. What's up? Come on, South Korea. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you all for tuning in. I see Houston, Texas, and Facebook. Houston, Texas is in the house. My baby Sarah is on. She's in LA. Yeah, you right upstairs. Brazil, Cameroon. Oh, this is wonderful. So amazing. Dana, I see you on here. So amazing to connect with each of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I just want to share my heart with you. God has been so good to me. And many of you don't know this, but for the past 2 years, I've been writing a book. And I got to tell you, it never takes me 2 years to write books. 3 months, 4 months, of, intense focus, being away and writing. And as you know, this is not my first book, my third book. My first book was Purpose Awakening, and then there was Wholeness. But what I'm getting at is, there's a rhythm to my book writing, and God has blessed me, to write some incredible books that have changed countless lives. But this one is different, and it took more than 2 years to write this book. In fact, you'll learn when you read the book. I got halfway through writing the book, halfway through it. Over 25,000 words, several chapters of the book done, and stopped and started all over again from scratch. This process of writing has been so divinely orchestrated. And if you didn't know, the book is called Balance. You can get more information at the website that's locked in there. But the book is called Balance, and it was and it has been the most difficult book for me to write. Not because necessarily the content was difficult, but I had to learn how to have balance in every season, unbeknownst to me that our world was getting ready to go through a season, an unprecedented season, unlike anything we had never gone through. And I was like, God, why is this so hard to write? And what I didn't know was that we were getting ready to go through stuff. This book was planned well before the pandemic. But it's one thing to have balance in an ordinary season. It's another thing to have balance through unexpected seasons, difficult seasons. And I'm just excited about this book. Quite frankly, I believe in the timing of God. We had to push this book back twice. It was crazy. It was frustrating. I wanted it to come out last year. Some of you know that. I was talking about it. I wanted it to come out last year. I wanted it to come out, at another time, and it kept getting pushed back. And then again, I started writing it from scratch. How do you get halfway through a book? Where are my authors? If you're an author, just holler at me in this feed real quick. If you're an author, you know how difficult it is to write a book. It is literally, I've done a lot of things in my life. God has blessed me in tremendous ways, a lot of different projects and things that I've been able to do. By far, the hardest thing that I ever get to do is write books. It takes everything you have. Watch this. Not just everything you have. It takes stuff that you don't have. There are things you have to become. A true author, a true author of life-changing books has to have his or her life changed in the process of writing the book. It was absolutely crazy. So it's always the hardest thing. I see Amanda in there. It's always the hardest thing to do is to write a book. And this one was the hardest ever. And so we pushed the date back and we pushed the date back, and the content kept getting richer and the content kept getting deeper. And watch this. I was getting richer and I was getting deeper. And I believe that this book, the timing of God, couldn't be any more precise. The world needs this book. And I'm excited to share it with you. I think more than anything, and if you've been, following any of my teachings lately, I've been talking about higher conversations, and this week we're closing out that series this Sunday. You don't want to miss it. It's an amazing conclusion. This Sunday is actually, in my estimation, the most powerful message of the entire series. But what my goal and my job is to give tools. One of the things that I'm learning about life is that life, the person who masters life, is the person who will discover tools, divine tools that help them, watch this, to become better. A lot of times we want a better life, but a better life is the byproduct of us actually becoming better. And in one of the messages, I wanted to help us to understand that God doesn't look at us as his project, like we're all damaged and we're all messed up, and God has to, just keep bandaging us up and putting, salve on our wounds. No, we're God's product. We're not his project. We're his product. And what God is producing in you and I is incredible. And we get better and better and better. And as we get better, our life gets better and everything around us gets better. And so my passion is to give tools that I've learned, tools that I used, things that I've experienced, things that I've overcome. Every time you overcome something, and let me tell you something, if you're in the process of overcoming something now, and maybe it doesn't look like you're overcoming it, maybe it looks like it's overcoming you, but if you're still alive, you're actually overcoming it, right? Every time you overcome something, you gain a tool. God never allows us to go through anything without there being, watch this, spoil on the other side of it. I feel that. God will never put you in a battle that has no spoil, that has something that you can glean and take away that not only enhances your own life, but enhances the life of others. I got to tell you, the past 2 years, I'll be straight up honest with you. I had some people would call it WTF moments. Can I just keep it 100? Like what the heck is going on? There was some moments where I got straight out shook, straight up just rocked to my core. And you know what? One of the most powerful chapters in the book was written and produced when I was on the other side of it. That chapter is called Balance After the Blow. It's a step-by-step guide to show you how to regain your equilibrium and get back on your feet after life has just smacked you. Has life ever smacked anybody? Just put it in there right now. Maybe life is smacking you now. Have you ever been in a season where everything was in place? You had everything where it needed to be. Everything was flowing. Everything was good. And then the bottom drops out. And it literally takes the breath out of you. Have you ever been there before? Have you ever been greatly disappointed because a relationship failed? Man, you thought this was it. You're on your way to the altar. You're like, Lord, you have done it. You have finally done it. And then it falls apart. Maybe it was the other person's fault. Maybe it was your fault, or maybe it was just this thing called over. And it just took something. If you're honest, it took something away. If that's happened to you, hit me up. Look at these comments. Hit me up. Yeah, that's what I call a blow. It takes away your equilibrium and knocks you out. You stop trusting life. You stop trusting people. And if you're not careful, and if you don't know how to navigate those types of moments, it will knock you off your square. And sometimes if you don't get the right tools, it will permanently knock you off your square. Well, I went through crazy, difficult, painful season, blood pressure through the roof because of what I was experiencing. Not knowing that God was going to not only bring me out and bring me through, not only allow me to overcome it, but it would become a chapter in this book that gives literally step-by-step details on how to come back from a devastating blow, regardless of what it was. It's crazy. And that's just one of the chapters. And so the announcement is this: balance is on the way, baby. And I encourage you to check out the website, thebalancebook.com, thebalancebook.com. And there are a couple of things that I want you to do. First of all, go there. This is not just a book. You know me, I don't just do a thing. This is a movement. This is a wellness movement. Watch this. Better than a wellness movement. Watch this. This is a better movement. Anybody want to become better? Anybody want to be aligned with God? And listen, this transcends time management, and all those techniques are wonderful. This is so much higher than time management, work-life balance. Hey, those principles are great. There's a little bit of that in there, but this is on a whole nother level. This is about becoming, hallelujah, becoming, learning how to access the highest version of you at all times. Watch this, positioning yourself to do all things well. When you get you right, everything around you aligns, and it's powerful, and I'm excited. So I want you to go to the website, go to thebalancebook.com. First of all, sign up. I'm going to be providing resources. I'm building, we are a community, right? Because it's not just about me getting better, and thank God. Oh, as crazy as the past couple of years have been, I don't think that this book would be what it was had we as a world not gone through what we went through, and even some of the personal things that I had to face and overcome, the things that God taught me, the things that God showed me. The world has been waiting for this book. You've been waiting for this book. So go to thebalancebook.com, sign up for the distributions that will be coming your way. There's going to be all sorts of tips and tools that I'm going to be providing for you, all sorts of resources. Again, we're on a journey. I want to make the world more balanced. Haven't we been thrown off balance? Can we just keep it 100? Literally, the world right now has suffered. Listen, you talk about balance after the blow. Our whole world experienced the blow. And we're all trying to find our equilibrium. We're all trying to find balance. How do we know we're not going back to normal. Normal is a fantasy, right? So how do we balance ourselves now so that we're aligned in such a way to thrive even in the midst of a time when the world seems to be off its axis? The answers are in that book. They're powerful, powerful chapters in that book. Another chapter that is brilliant to me is one of the chapters is called "There's No Team in I," and it talks about the difference between being selfish and self-full. The power of no is crazy. It's a powerful. Listen, I talk about if you're not giving 90%, if you're giving more than 10%, if you're saying yes to more than 10% of the things that come to you, you're out of balance. I know that's dramatic. I know that's extreme. It sounds like an arrogant generalization, but I'm telling you, no is the most powerful word in your vocabulary. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about why we don't say no. And we're going to talk about what your no opens up. It's powerful. It's amazing. I'm telling you, this is the people that I've had to read it. Oh, Pastor Sarah's written the foreword. It's crazy, but I've had my people around me, smart people, thinking people, spiritual people, business people. I've put this in front of people that I rely on, their feedback to tell me what this book is, and they're blown away. Wholeness was incredible. In fact, if you read Wholeness, holler at me. If you read Wholeness, make some noise. Say, I read Wholeness. Just put it there. Facebook, YouTube, come on, Instagram. Purpose Awakening. I got people still talking about my first book, Purpose Awakening. And those books are amazing. And if you haven't read them, you can start reading those while you're on the way, while you're waiting on balance to show up at your doorstep. But this book, Balance, now I get it. Now I get why it was so hard. Now I get why we had to keep pushing it back. Now I get why I went through hell writing it. I can't wait to tell you the stories. But anyway, this book is incredible. So sign up so you'll know about all of the opportunities, the growth opportunities that will be taking place. You can do that at thebalancebook.com. But here is something that I want to do for you. Now, you may or may not know, if you don't, I don't know how closely you follow me on the social media platforms, but on February 18th and 19th, I'm doing, again, this is the third time that I've done this, but I'm doing a 2-day intensive called Leaders. And this year is about, it's the theme of it is Call to Pioneer. We are in a new frontier, and the call to pioneer, to chart new territories is a unique type of call. And I'm going to sit with leaders and entrepreneurs. Hundreds have already signed up, leaders and entrepreneurs, both physically and virtually. And I'm going to pour into them for 2 days in Los Angeles and from Los Angeles. Now, one of my good friends, and I'm not going to name him, one of my great friends, a phenomenal professional and businessman, if I said that individual's name, you would know him, just agreed to be a part of this experience. And so this thing is crazy. Now, here's the thing. If you pre-order Balance between now and February 13th, if you pre-order Balance, I'm going to invite you to the Call to Pioneer conference virtually for absolutely free. There are people right now who have paid, that the virtual pass is $80, $79. If you pre-order Balance, if you join me in this wellness movement, this betterment movement by pre-ordering Balance, first of all, you're pre-ordering, you're rebuking the spirit of procrastination. I say it all the time. If you want to rebuke procrastination, you have to come with an opposite spirit, and that is to do something. I call it the spirit of immediacy. So if you know you're going to buy it now. You can pre-order it. You can pre-order the audiobook, which I've got some exciting things that are going to be on the audiobook that you're going to appreciate. Meditations after every chapter is going to be crazy, right? But pre-order it, and you will get a pass to be my special guest to watch virtually this 2-day conference, this 2-day experience called Call to Pioneer. This is crazy. Now, there's some of you're like, PT, what's up, man? Like, I've already registered. I'm already doing it virtually. And like what's going on? Well, I get that. I understand, right? If you've done that, you can gift somebody. Listen, the Lord has blessed me because I make it my business to be generous. So if you've already registered for the conference, I'm so glad. I can't wait to see you. Pre-order the book and then gift that to somebody else that you care about, somebody that you want to see their life built, and somebody that you want to see embrace and receive new tools. So family, that's the announcement. Balance is here, man. Thank you so much for your prayers. I know many of you prayed for me. It was a difficult season. It was a difficult time trying to write in the middle of a pandemic, trying to create. All my creative friends that were trying to write projects and everything. It was challenging. It was a struggle because our world was rocked. Our equilibrium, the equilibrium of the world, the entire world was rocked. But I learned how to find balance, even in the midst of the cray-cray. And you need balance. Your life needs balance. And I believe that as we go on this journey together, yes, the book is coming, but we're going to journey. There's so much that I want to pour into you on the way to balance. You're never going to be the same again. So pre-order Balance. Go there right now. This is a movement. Thebalancebook.com pre-order. Make sure you sign up. When you pre-order, there's instructions there to tell you what to do so that you can get your virtual pass. It's going to be powerful, this session. These sessions on February 18th and 19th for called leaders. You can go to the website and you see all that. Thebalancebook.com. You go to TouréRoberts.com. It's all there. But I am just so thankful to God for all that he put in me over the past 2 years. And I cannot wait to pour it out, to give it to you at the Call to Pioneer Conference, through this book Balance, and through the powerful moments that we're going to share together leading up to the release of this book. Thank you for tuning in. I love you. I thank God for you. Spread the word. This is a movement. Better has just come. I was going to say to your doorstep. It'll be at your doorstep on April 26th. But better has come to you. I believe that better begins now. So love you. I'm excited. Pray for me. Pray for this movement. I think that this book is going to change countless. No, not think. I know it's already changing lives, but it's going to change countless lives. And stay tuned there are going to be more resources and more opportunities for you and I to grow and get better in the coming weeks. And I want you to stay abreast of it. So love you. God bless you. Have a good Friday. It's the eve of the Sabbath. Shabbat shalom to you. May you find rest and peace and restoration. And most importantly, may you find balance in this season. Love you. Thanks for tuning in.